Welcome class 6 in our e-learning class, and today we will read from our social and political life 1, and as we have started the chapter diversity and discrimination, we are still continuing with the chapter because it is a long chapter. So today we will read about Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar 1891 to 1956 is considered the father of the Indian Constitution and is also the best known leader of the Dalits. So the Constitution of India, in your next class, that means in class 7 or in class 8, you will come to know that it is actually the sole powerful thing which is ruling our country India. No king, no queen, nothing, but actually the Constitution, it is ruling our country India. It is above all. And this Constitution, it is said that Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is considered as the father of our Indian Constitution. Dr. Ambedkar fought for the rights of the Dalit community. He was born into the Mahar caste, which was considered untouchable. The Mahars were poor, owned no land, and children born to them also had to do the work their parents did. That means the occupation it became hereditary. That means if the father used to work in somebody's land, the son, he had to do the same work. He had to repeat the same work. He was not having any scope to just changing the occupation or thinking for or trying for something else. Rather, he had to follow his father and had to work in the same field for the same owner. The Mahars were poor, owned no land, and children born to them also had to do the work their parents did. They lived in spaces outside the main village and were not allowed into the village. So outside of the village, away from the mainstream, they used to live, and they were not allowed to enter inside the village. Forget about entering inside the temple or taking water from the public wells or tanks. Dr. Ambedkar was the first person from his caste who completed his college education and went to England to become a lawyer. Just to think, he was the first person from his caste who not only completed the education which was available in India, rather he went to England also and he became as a lawyer, or he returned as a lawyer. He encouraged Dalits to send their children to school and college. He also urged Dalits to take on different kinds of government jobs in order to move out of the caste system, because these Dalits, they were not allowed, they couldn't think even to try for something else rather than working as slaves in others' area. So he was the first person to show them the way, rather he was like the pioneer for them. So he led many efforts of Dalits to gain entry into the temples. It was actually not allowed. It was not given, this permission was not given to the Dalits that they could enter inside a temple. What temple? You have come to know that they were not allowed to enter inside the village. Later in life, he converted to Buddhism in his search for a religion that treated all members equally. Sorry. Dr. Ambedkar believed that Dalits must fight the caste system and work towards a society based on respect, not just for a few, but for all persons. As these Dalits, they didn't get any sort of respect in the society. That's why he just encouraged the Dalits, and he had taken measures even just to improve the situation, just so that these Dalits, they can get the social respect. They also come to that means they can also enter into the mainstream. People will also come to know about them. So he had taken measures enough to change the lifestyle of these Dalits. Despite the children offering money to the cartmen refuse them, why? Also, this one is related to that story. How did people at the station discriminated against Dr. Ambedkar and his brothers? How do you think Dr. Ambedkar felt as a child when he saw the station master's reaction to his statement that they were Mahals? Highly disheartened. That the station master at first he just came in front and he was discussing the matter with them, that what happened, he was inquiring everything. But once he had come to know that they are from this Dalit community, instantly he had gone from there, and his facial expression shown that he was actually thinking, what sort of wrong deed I have done. I have gone and just conversed with these untouchables. Have you ever experienced prejudice or witnessed an incident of discrimination? How did this make you feel? Nowadays it is not possible. No, nowadays we cannot see, especially in these urban areas, we cannot find this sort of discriminations. Even in rural areas also. Apart from those remote villages, we cannot find these ill practices prevalent in our society anymore. Imagine how difficult it would be if people could not move easily from one place to the other. How insulting and hurtful it is to have people move away, refuse to touch you or allow you to drink water from the same source as they do. Just think, you are going to fill up your bottle, or you are going to drink water from a running tap, or might be from a well, and at that time others they are coming and saying, hey, you are not allowed. You belong to some Dalit community, or you are untouchable, we consider you untouchable, you are not allowed to touch all those things, then we cannot wash them, we cannot fill up our bottles, or we cannot take the water from there anymore. So children, with this we have completed up to this part, and in our next class we will proceed with the next part of the chapter. It's a long chapter, as I have said, so it will take much time. Okay, bye.